Hi, I'm Russell Brower, and I am Director of Audio and one of the composers for Blizzard Entertainment. Well, if it makes a sound, be it in the game, one of our cinematics, the trailers, our web presence, even the phone tree for customer service, our department has a hand in it, and we design all this aural palette sonic experience for our games. Well, I think at Blizzard, it's a very iterative culture, and we make the games that we want to play, and that carries over to the sound. So when I first started there, which will be 8 years this coming June, we were working on one or two things at a time. Now we have three franchises in full swing, and I think that the joy has been to have that diversity. I come into work every day knowing that I get to touch three of my favorite subjects, and they're all very different. And Mists of Pandaria allowed us to venture into a new vocabulary to expand the sonic palette of World of Warcraft into something that we hadn't had a chance to try before. When I started, there were three of us, and now there's pushing 40 or so of us, and it's an amazing team. I'm proud of every single member of this group. They're all at the top of their game, so to speak, and you know, each expansion set, each franchise, we try and top what we've done before, because if you've followed our core values at Blizzard, one of them is commit to quality, and that's what we do. Well, in terms of the diversity of the kind of work that we have to do, it is all over the map. There's a huge range. From a voice standpoint, there's this, with Mists of Pandaria, there was this whole opportunity to cast this Pandaren race and find their sound, find their soul, and express that through voices that were so identifiable that just a few syllables and you know what they're about. With less is more in terms of what they would say. In terms of sound design, we do a lot of recording in the field and gathering new sounds. We don't want to reuse stuff. We want to expand and make it better every time. And then musically, we had this wonderful opportunity to take the sound of World of Warcraft and do this Asian overlay, if you will. We used authentic Asian instruments and authentic players to play those instruments, masters of their craft, and that added that connection to the lore and the architecture, the visuals, and the character development that you're seeing and playing with in the game. But underneath that veneer of Asian instrumentation, we have the sound of Warcraft. It's that sort of Western film score style that I think serves a really important purpose in Mists of Pandaria, because it reminds the player that even though this is a new continent, a new experience, new race, we're still in Azeroth. Well, there's nothing more frightening sometimes than that metaphorical blank piece of paper when you start from nothing and create. So I wouldn't characterize working on any of our projects as easy. However, so much incredible art goes into this game, and storytelling, and I mentioned character development. That is something that has become more and more important in each of our franchises, and certainly each of the expansions of World of Warcraft. So it is easy to be inspired, but obviously a lot of hard work goes into defining that new vocabulary. And in this case, it's that what are Pandarans like, and we what should they sound like? What is their attitude? And we realize that, well, they're about family and spirit and nature and harmony and things like that. But they also know how to fight when they have to. And with that kind of range, we asked ourselves, what's the common thread here? And we realized that Pandaren, whatever they do it all out, as if it's their last day on Azeroth. So, and that goes whether they're fighting or having fun or brewing. So we were able to express that range with voices. I mean, some of them, have a touch of humor, and the music runs the range of grand orchestral sounds for the gorgeous vistas in this game, down to little intimate storyteller moments. We have a character that literally tells the backstory of certain parts of the game, and he has a little song that goes with him that's very simple and intimate, like you're around a campfire telling stories. And then there's the epic, dark, heavy battle music that, well, it wouldn't be World of Warcraft without that. I have to speak personally here. The worst thing you could give me is an infinite amount of time and an infinite amount of money. I would probably never get started. I think having a set of goals and a central project, a central great idea that we can all rally around, that's the strength of any good project. And at Blizzard, we've chosen to focus a lot. That's why we focus on these franchises. That's why we are so clear on our mission, and we just iterate on that and iterate and do our very best. And again, create the games that we want to play ourselves. I want to say that I am 6 feet tall, and the dwarf character that actually carries my name is a little on the short side, but I suppose he looks a little like me. I consider it an honor. It was, I don't recall exactly how it came about. I just know that we love infusing a little pop culture and stuff in our games, especially in World of Warcraft, and we also poke fun at ourselves. So I think in that spirit, it was really, well, I was delighted to find that the team had put a dwarf, sadly diminutive character, but nonetheless an honor to have him in there. And he not only does he have some quests associated with, he's a bard, and you help him write a song and things like that, but then if you do the dailies in one of the areas of the game, he comes and helps you, rides in and saves the day, and that's just too cool. Well, I like to think that there are some people who really, whether they realize it or not, their gameplay experience is being enhanced by the sound and the music and everything like that. And so to that end, this group is not going to be disappointed. We're all very proud of our work. We try to raise the bar every time. And I'm really pleased that we're celebrating this whole event tonight. We have a very special celebration with all the different cities in Europe running in sync, so that while we have live music playing here in Cologne, it's supporting visuals from another city of a piece of art being created, and it parallels our work in the game. Raise the bar each time, and there's nothing more rewarding than that.